Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess with me, the Doctor. Last episode, we got a series of pieces of hearts and some PoSouls. This episode is going to be all about the PoSouls, the souls of several prominent hoes throughout history. No, it's going to be about PoSouls. We're going to try and get about 15 over the course of the episode, so it's going to be fun. Starting off here at Sora's River, where we finished the last episode, is a PoSoul. Let's rip its face out. And there we go, it's an excellent start. Now let's swim up the river. Oh, don't dig a hole. Swim up the river to Zora's domain. So, it goes without saying, a crucial thing to remember is, with Po hunting, is that Po's can only be found at night. There is some thing, I don't know what it is or how it works particularly. I'm going to do an episode of comparing these things in the future, but there's a thing called the Po Lantern in the HD remake of this game that allows you to see Po's in the day, I think, or something like that. But yes, at some point I say I'm going to do a video comparing differences between the HD remake and the normal version. But for now, it can only be done at night, so time will pass in any location that isn't considered like a town or a village or a city. So I believe it doesn't pass here. It doesn't pass in Kakariko Village, Hyrule Castle Town, or anywhere in Ordon Village. Everywhere else, it just passes at a normal rate, so you just have to, oh, hello, you just have to sit there and pass the time and just basically watch. Obviously, that will be all done beautifully off-screen for you if you're watching along with this, so this whole episode will, as far as you are concerned, dear viewer, take place at night time. Anyway, if you come up here, that's not a Po, that's a dragonfly, I believe. The Po we are looking for is up here, the second one of Zora's domain. And let's grab it, and there we go. Now, well, as I said, one of the places where time doesn't pass is Kakariko Village, and that's actually where we're going to head now. Let's warp over to Kakariko Village. Now, we actually want to be human for a second here. Oh, no, someone will apparently see me. Let's try that again. We actually want to be human for a second here. And what we want to do is run all the way to the other end of Kakariko Village. And we'll find Barnes' shop. Barnes' shop, fortunately, is open all hours, so we can just enter it. This is why we need to be human, because wolves can't open doors, of course, and we'd also scare the living shit out of Barnes. I believe there is still a way to do this by midna jumping, but I can't remember how to do it. But instead, if we just walk up the top of Barnes' shop, climb up here, and we can kind of get out onto his balcony. I say you can midna jump up there somehow as wolf, but it's easy to just walk up there as a human. Once we're up here, we can re-wolf in peace, and there's two PoSouls in Kakariko Village, both of which are in this area. Firstly, if we come here to this storehouse that we blew up when we were in the Twilight Zone oh so long ago, our first Po is landing somewhere difficult. Oh, nope, ow. I did not know you could miss that attack. Ow, well, this is going to be annoying, isn't it? This one's going to be a shit. I must try and not bitch about Wolfling combat, about how it's just pressing A. It's just so slow and boring. Anyway, PoSoul, down. Yeah, you're going to see that. That visualizer is probably going to be up for the vast majority of this episode. Anyway, if we continue going up this trail here, remember we came up here to talk to Tallow a long time ago when we did that thing to get the shooting challenge to get the Hawkeye that we've never used ever, nor will we, because it's not very good. And we encounter another Po up here. This one I'm going to probably not... Oh, I'm going to use the Dark Circle, and I was actually not going to, because it's a bit of a scary maneuver when you're this high up, and you could accidentally just throw yourself off a building. Anyway, let's remain in beast mode and hop all the way down. Oh, well, you don't take full damage as a beast. That's useful. And let's head over to the graveyard. Now, in the graveyard, there's two here. One is obvious, it's just sitting here in the center of the graveyard. Probably the most obvious location in the game for a Po, because the graveyard seems like the natural place to find the fuckers, doesn't it? But the other one is somewhat more cryptic in its location. We need to go here, and it's this specific tombstone here. The kind of bottom left one. Once you push it back, a Po will come out of it. That one can really give you a lot of grief if you don't expect it to be there. Let's finish it off. Finish it off, come on, finish it. Oh! This is going to be an annoying episode for me, isn't it? There we go. Is it morning already? That doesn't seem fair. Or is it just kind of lighter in here? Either way, what we need to do now is head back to the village, through the village, and onto Death Mountain Trail. So, on Death Mountain Trail, time does pass normally here, so you have to be a bit more efficient. We can midna jump up here. That Goron will throw you up there, but midna jumping is faster. But now we actually do need to, at this point, transform into a human. because we need to do stuff up here. It definitely looks like it's getting light already, so that's going to be very annoying. It feels like you've... I was complaining about this a few episodes ago, that it felt like morning always came too... Like, day lasted too long, and it was always nighttime. Now it feels like night doesn't last long enough. Anyway, we're coming to the second Goron here. He's the important one. If we talk to him, he says, you want to go up? We go, yes. And we get on his back. But we don't want to go up. We actually want to go to the right. Go to the right, hold forwards, and he'll launch you up, and you'll just grab that platform. And you can see our quarry over here. So if we wolf up, because we're safe, we're out of his field of vision up here, then we can take on this Po. Be very careful using the dark energy sphere on this, because it's really easy to go flying off the edge here. So make sure just your button presses are a bit more precise than usual. And that's another PoSoul. But that's not all we can do while we're up here, because basically when you're up on this ledge system here, there's a cheeky little thing we can do. Firstly, you'll see there are a lot of like Bulblin archers up and around here that shot at us when we were in this section. That's how they got up here. Now we know. But if we turn back into a human, someone will see me. Who will see me? Oh, this prick. What's he doing? Who the fuck's it? Oh, we'll deal with him later. If we hop down here, then there's a chest in front of us. Now, please tell me we can transform here. We can. That's fine. And if we open the chest, then we get a piece of heart and complete a heart container, which is awesome. Ooh, we're not quite onto the second row yet, but soon. Anyway, that's us done in Death Mountain. We really do a whirlwind tour of the whole bloody Hyrule here, and let's go to South Faron Woods. Now from here, we just need to run to the bit with the purple fog. And once we're at this section, we just need to do a bit of Minder jumping. You can now, because we've not actually been back here since we literally did the first dungeon, you can walk through here using your own lantern to move the fog out of the way. But that's not actually important to us. What we want to do is follow along this Minder jumping path, and we'll see our Po is here at nighttime once again. And let's rip his face out. And now, oh, we're probably about halfway there now for the episode's Po hunting. So yeah, it's gonna be a long one. A lot of cutting. We need to walk now to Kakariko Gorge. Now, once we're here, there's two things of interest. If we come back along the bridge, so away from Kakariko Village, I'm going to ignore these bokoblins, and we come up this hill. There's a tree at the top of the hill. Underneath that tree, as you can see, there is a Po. Let's grab this fucker. And then we're about to now have a short rest from Po hunting. Because there's something here that's not Po related. Well, technically. Well, I'm going to shut up anyway. Because if we come over out there to this side, you will see straight ahead of us is a kind of odd looking rock. If we turn back into human form, nicely transform into human / transform into wolf is always at the top of that, that menu. So it's actually... You can basically just press up and then just hammer A and you will transform into the appropriate one. It'd be nice if they had a button for it, which may also be on the extended version? Remake edition. But anyway, if we come through here where that rock was that I blew up, we go into another cave, which feels oddly like last episode, doesn't it? Let's bring up this thing. But this is a much simpler cave system. We basically want to go with first split directions, we go left. And you have to fight shit along the way, there's some bugs and bats and whatnot. But yeah, this is a much simpler cave system than the Cave of No Return in Lana Province. It's not called the Cave of No Return. That's level in PoSouls Adventures. Perhaps the greatest game ever created. No, not quite. But one of the most fun multiplayer experiences I've ever done when done with 4 people, and something I'd love to do with this channel at one point, but it's technically an impressive feat. Anyway, second decision, we need to go left here. And you can see it's getting a bit forest temple-y, which is kind of cool. And then here's the interesting one. We go, oh no, this isn't the interesting one. We go right here. And then, now we come to the interesting decision. There's a choice between left and right. And the direction we want to go up ahead at this decision is both decisions. Essentially, if we go right, we'll find a Po. Yeah, I lied about this not being Po related. It's Po related, as in there is a Po in here. But the Po is not our primary reason for being here. He's just a lovely little distraction. Very tasty distraction whose soul we can rip out. If we turn back into a human, our real reason for coming here is if we go right at this fork. There's a tech type behind me. There was. Absolutely was. Then yes, what we want is through here. There is how do they call it? An acromantula. That's the giant spiders from Harry Potter. He's really being annoying, isn't he? Let's try and helm splitter him. Oh. But even a shield attack didn't work on him. Well, he's dead anyway. Ooh, blue rupee. I'll take it. If we light both of these torches, a chest appears. And if we open the chest, unsurprisingly, piece of heart. Yeah, we're just doing a lot of gathering that we can do now. We've got some time. Technically, you could have got that heart piece earlier, but obviously you couldn't have got the Poe earlier because we didn't have the ability to transform into the wolf at any time. So that's why I saved it for now. Anyway, if we head back outside now, then once we're over here, we need to head to the section of Hyrule Field that I refer to as Hyrule Field, the part that looks kind of like some kind of lizard heart, or reptile heart at least. Only to me, probably, because I'm a freaky biologist. But yes, there's no easy walk point here, so we just need to run over to it. And you can see, here is our target, another Poe. Come on, Edgar, come to me. There we go. Oh, that didn't work at all. Right, let's try that again, because I think I may have launched myself off a cliff. By may, I mean I absolutely, definitely launched myself off a cliff. Oh, Stallhounds! Everything's going crazy here. Let's try this again. Let's try not using the Dark Sphere this time, because that was clearly a dangerous maneuver, as it always is. Just generally, don't use the Dark Sphere when you're near cliffs or anything like that. It should really, actually, I suppose, go without saying. Anyway. Now, once again, there isn't a good walk point for the place we need to go now. We now need to go to the kind of south tip of the Great Bridge of Hyrule. Now, when we get here, it's actually started to rain. We need to turn back into a human for this little bit, because we actually can't get up there normally. What we need to do is shoot some bomb arrows. One there. Not there. One there. One there. And that's it. Bring up the claw shot then. And we need to grapple up here. Or not. Man, my aim is all over the gaff this episode. There we go. And then from up here, we can do this. You can actually just shoot those bomb arrows from up there. You don't need to do them all from the ground. That was just, I just did it because it looked cool. And over here, you can see, of course, the Poe we're aiming for. But actually, before we get the Poe, since we're still in human form, there's a nice wee chest here. The Poe's following me. But there's a chest here that contains 50 rupees, which is awesome. And, God, we're nearly up to full wallet. Wow, we still got 150 in, but you get rupees so easily in this game, it's ridiculous. So, once again, we'll wait for the Poe to come near. Murder it. And we're actually now getting done. Oh, you can see as well, I've not really drawn attention to it so far, but you can see in the background, you can see Hyrule Castle with the crazy rhomboid over it, which is kind of cool. And it's turning to daytime, which is slightly annoying, because this now means I'll have to wait until nighttime again. You won't, of course, viewer, but hey, well, we'll watch the time tick by. This particularly nice view. And we're back. I'll put on screen how much time that was for a reference, but I think it was about 10-12 minutes. Long wait, basically. I just went and had a cup of tea. It was quite nice. But, to continue with our struggles now, we now want to walk to Castle Town. It says Castle Town, but it's actually South Highlight, the kind of East Hyrule Field. What I think of as Castle Field. Yeah, I should do a quick rundown briefly on the map. So we're going to head south from here, by the way, of what I call the various areas, because my names are kind of slightly off them. But basically we have Hyrule Field there, Kakariko Gorge, Eldin Field, then up here is Lana Field, Castle Field, South Castle Field, and that's it, basically. So that's what I'll refer to the areas as when you hear me calling them things. Anyway, if you come through here, you come to this cool area overlooking the Great Bridge of Hyrule, which I think of as like, it's kind of an amphitheater kind of thing. It's got a very kind of cool Greco-Roman ruin to it. But the reason we're here is, of course, for Poes. Let's rip this one's face out. And that's us. Nearly done now. Only 3 more Poes to go. 4, 5, okay, slightly more Poes to go than I thought. Anyway, we are going to head now north to Lana Field. And so once here, you'll notice there's these kind of 3 trees immediately to your right. And that's what made these 3 trees fleas sneeze. See who gets that reference. Anyway, in between them is this patch of grass, and in the middle of the patch of grass... Oh, there's a Listlefoss. Fuck off. Om nom 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 nom. Wow, that took a lot of biting. There is a dig patch. So if we dig down, this is somewhat of an interesting one. Because there's 2 Poes down here, and a shit ton of Deku Babas as well. But... you can actually only... oh my goodness! You can, ow, you can, ooh, oh, okay, using the Dark Void is going to be difficult here. Yeah, you can get to this bit at literally any point you want. It does not have to be nighttime because it's always dark in a cave, so it really doesn't matter, which is good and very useful. Because so if you're trying to, well, I suppose time won't actually pass while you're in this cave, but hey, useful that you don't have to wait till night, I guess. Either way, what was going on screen there was a bit of a mess, but I have killed both Poes, and I don't think there's really anything down here other than them. No, not really. So anyway, let's head back up to the surface then. I took a lot of damage there. So, back here, oh, bloody little foss again. Man, they've got a really strong jugular. That's amazing. But that's not a Poe, that's a stag beetle. We want to come to this bridge in the middle. This is one of the nice obvious Poes. Because there's a Poe in the center of the bridge. I believe there's actually also another little foss, so we'll try and dark aura this one rather than biting the crap out of its carotid. And wallop! Oh no, that didn't work at all. Why didn't that work, I wonder? Are they immune to dark aura? Or did dark aura, ow, not kill it in one? I didn't know that was possible. Oh, it's got a friend! It's got a friend! Okay, so Dark Aura apparently does most of the damage to them. I thought Dark Aura killed everything in one. Now we know. Anyway, there's a Poe here. Unsurprisingly. Let's wait for it to come down. And wallop! And rip out the jugular. I need to stop talking about jugulars. Really, it's getting a bit weird now. Anyway, that's us almost done now. We need to warp back to Hyrule Castle Town. Actually enter Castle Town itself. So I've not actually shown this before, but if you come into Castle Town as a wolf, everyone's scared of you. So obviously there aren't exactly a lot of people around at night, but those who are just kind of shit themselves. Guards will come up to you and like point spears at you, but they're too scared to actually engage you. Anyway, we're heading over here to the east. And if we actually head outside town, there is something out for us out there. Can you guess what it's going to be? Yep, it's a Poe. 2 more Poes to go now. After this one, it will just be 1. There are more we can get at this point, but I'm getting ones that we're physically near, getting other stuff around, and also, if you remember, well, you'll see. We were tasked to get 20 Poes, and there are a lot more than that, but we should be able to get the 20 we need at this stage, just right now before we kind of move on, and that gives us something very useful to take forwards. So that's quite cool. So we need to now head to the fields south of the castle. And out here, it's basically just here. I knew it was pretty obvious. And that is, yep, our final PoSoul of the episode. I believe that brings us up to, I want to say, 21, I think? Slightly, well, let's see. Yes, 28! Holy shit, that's a lot more than I thought. I was only meaning to get 30. To 20 even. But hey, we got ones when we were around the area and stuff like that, so that's nice to have. Basically, there's 60 in total, so it's nice to have half of them already cleaned up. And we'll do the other half later, because we don't actually really need them for now. And half of them we can't get to at the moment, so I'll be doing a cleanup of them much later in the game. For now, though, Giovanni wanted us to gather 30 PoSouls. 20 PoSouls, stop saying 30, Doctor. And then return to his house. So, if we do so... And here we go, let's talk to the freaky gilded man himself. You did it! I can move again! This is all thanks to you, right? Oh, I have to thank you. Will this do? You got the Great Fairy's tears. This sacred water contains the Great Fairy's prayers. Set it to B on the screen and use it to replenish all hearts and briefly boost attack strength. It's Grandma's soup from Wind Waker, except for the fact you only get 1 helping per bottle. But we also get the bottle it's in, so we have a 4th bottle now, which is really cool. Ah, I hear you can get this stuff in a cave on the eastern edge of the Gerudo Desert, too. But my body is still golden. Does this mean my soul is still not whole? That's strange. Maybe we need the souls of 60 ghosts. Can I ask another favour of you, doggy? Can you defeat 60 ghosts? Just 32 ghosts more. So that's our challenge, and we'll be doing that as we go along. And also, yeah, Gengal, his cat, is back to life now. Say, you're the one who fixed my master up, right? I owe you. My name's Gengal. I'm the leader of the cats outside. Well, now that I can move, maybe I should go outside and breathe some fresh air. That was a weird voice, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, let's head back into Castle Town now. So, apparently to turn back into a human you have to actually leave Castle Town because you've caused a bit of an uproar and return. But anyway, we want to come to this tent here. You will notice as well, I've actually turned on the pointer. For what we're about to do, I find it more useful, which is rare, and that tells us something very interesting. Greetings and salutations, good sir. Welcome to the kingdom of hopes and fondest dreams. In this place you can taste the life of the circus star and get your hands on gear that boggles minds. It is our earnest hope that you find delight playing the Star Game. The rules are exceedingly simple. So all you must do is endeavour to track down all the glowing orbs and collect them all before time runs out. Heh, rather outstanding name, I must say. Step right up, shiners be gone. It's only 10 rupees. Who's up to the challenge? I'll do it. Many thanks, good sir. The game will begin once you enter the cage. May chance favour you. Hehe. Good sir, at you at the ready. Then away we go. So, this is a really annoying puzzle. So you end up using the claw shot, which is why I've got the pointer on, and the pointer's not working because my fucking sensor bar's not in the right position. That's gonna be fun. Usually it's far easier to do this with the pointer. Basically, you've just got to kind of grapple around and gather as many of things as you can. You need to literally get all of them. There's a couple of routes for doing it, and I've really ballsed it up here because I forgot how to use the pointer. So we've got those ones there. If we go down and get that one here, and then we can get that one there. And maybe just, oh bollocks, I went in the wrong direction. Well, let's try that again. Haha, shabby luck, good sir. What think you, sir? The road to stardom is rather twisty, no? What are you looking at me like that for? If you want revenge, it's a mere 10 rupees. No thanks, I'm actually going to turn the pointer off because my sensor bar doesn't work. Well, it does work, it's just there's a lot of crap in the way and I don't want to move it. I don't want it on top of the TV. Ignore me, I'm going to just turn it off. Right, let's try this again. So we want to start by going straight forwards there. And then over to there, grabbing that one in the center. Then we go over there, hopefully grabbing both of those in one. Did not do that, bollocks. Grab that. Okay, got 3 there. That was pretty cool. Those girls loved it. Now we head to there. And now we should be able to get all of these in one. Oh, wallop! Yes! Fantastic. Impossible. Oh, what a happy day this is! The debut of your new star. Showers of applause all around. To the star I shall give this. You got the big quiver. It can hold up to 60 arrows and is extremely useful. Very well. The next stage will be one created just for you, good sir. I would expire should you decline. Please, you must try it when it is ready. I shall remember this. So, that's us actually done with side questy stuff, and so yeah, we can hold 60 arrows now, which is extremely useful. And so yeah, time to head to Telma's bar and get on with some plot. Eek, it's him! Yeah, you get followed by adoring fans as well. Not quite as annoying as the one in Oblivion, but a similar kind of thing. Oh my, if it isn't the doctor. You made it. How have you been, honey? Mercy, but you have good timing. I was just talking about you. Hey everyone, introduce yourselves. This handsome young man is the infamous doctor. I love that he uses infamous there, it sounds perfect for us. You remember what I told you before, honey? Those are the friends I mentioned, the ones who are trying to help deal with all the troubles in Hyrule. Actually, there's one more of us, but there's been a disturbing turn of events in the Eastern Desert, so he's gone to check it out. He's an older man named Oru. If you happen to meet him, definitely take the time to talk with him, okay, honey? Well, you come all the way here, honey, so why don't you relax a little bit? Why don't you be sociable and talk to these folks? They're a jolly bunch. So, let's do just that. There's 3 of them here, as Oru is away somewhere else, but let's talk to these guys. Firstly... Oh, hello there. You must be the doctor, correct? I'm Shad. Wonderful to meet you. Tell him I told me all you've been up to. You're rather formidable. I'm rather not, I'm afraid. Well, I'm rather formidable at book reading, but I lack, shall we say, physical skills. And that said, if the history and legend of Hyrule are your cup of tea, I'm just your fellow. If you're ever curious, just ask away. Then next we have this fire lady. I said fine and fair at the same time. It's Ashe. I grew up in the mountains with my father, who was a knight in his own right. He taught me the arts of war as though I was his son. Of course, lessons in common courtesy were not part of the regimen, so forgive me if I come off as rude, yeah? Listen, before I blab both your ears off, I want to tell you something. Snow Peak, the mountain to the north of Hyrule. It's unlike any mountain I've ever known. I don't know much about it yet, but things happen there that happen on no other mountain I know of. Evil controls it. As soon as I know something more, I'll tell you. Until then, you should stay away, yeah? And finally, this mysterious man. Who doesn't say much. But if we talk to him again... It has been a long time, Doctor. My wife Uli sent word to me. I have seen the children in Kakariko village, and I have of course heard of your adventures. I must thank you for your help with Colin, Doctor. I barely recognized him. In any case, I am troubled by my own inaction. I want to help the cause. These friends here, I have had a connection with them for a long while. At the others, I am gathering information now. I will let you know if I hear anything. And finally, we can talk to the map!
Hi.
That old codger Oru's at Lake Hylia, studying the desert. So, that marks something very nicely on our own map, which is down there in the corner. That's actually, we were there last episode, so let's see who can remember what was there. Anyway, that's for the next episode. We have a goal, we have an objective, we've done a lot of side quests, we've gathered a shit ton of PoSouls and got some great fairy tears as a reward for it, got some heart pieces, got a new quiver, and so next episode we'll be ready to head on with some more gaming. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor, the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Thank you very much, and good day.